So we're getting back to work a little bit, thank God.
Good for you. Yeah, I'm glad to see that for you. Yeah,
and
really,
also, I'm saying even in the industry, it's starting a little bit to film again.
Yeah. It's picking up steam again. There's a
What's
lot.
that like right now, man? Like when you go to film, what's the protocol like?
Well, look, I just finished. I didn't just finish, but I mean, I was just on an episode of Blue Bloods. Okay, it aired the end of December.
It's a huge show.
Yeah, it's a great show. Great show. About 11 million people every Friday night watch that show. It's a very, very popular show. I think they were in their 10th season, 11th season, something like that. But, I had a very nice play. I worked 2 weeks on the show. And every third day, I had to go for a COVID swab.
In the nose, right?
Up the nose, exactly right. And they had... well, you know what's interesting? When you get to the set, now every third day you go for a test. Okay, good. So they have you in the records that you have taking the test and you're not positive. Okay, so now you go to the production, the set, and all of the guys that work as bouncers in the clubs that are all closed, all of these big, huge guys.
Big guys, yeah.
They're all the periphery guards for the whole place. These are the guys that check you in to make sure that you're COVID-free. And they were all working, and they're lovely. As big as they are, you know how many times do you talk to a bouncer? The guy says, all right, and he lets you in or doesn't, and that's it. But they're so intelligent, and they're brilliant. They're not only big, they're very, very smart men, and they're very, very competent. And they have the perimeter guard around the place and interior. I mean, they take you around from point A to point B.
So basically, they're trying to prevent cross-contamination,
that's
people
exactly
from
what
getting
they're
in.
there for.
Some stranger walks in.
No strangers walking in. It's that simple. You're not on the list. Try getting into a joint, get into one of Richie Akiva's clubs without being on the list. It ain't happening,
I'm impressed that you know that name.
Oh, yeah. Scott and Richie. I know all those guys.
You know Richie Akiva?
I do.
One Oak.
Yeah. Well, you know what it was? He used to go out with Meadow on The Sopranos.
Oh, they used to date?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, there you go.
My good friend has done a lot of work with Richie in the clubs. That? Richie Romero is his name. Great guy.
I don't know.
Yeah, nightlife took a pretty big hit right now.
Yeah, there is none.
No, there isn't.
Yeah, day life took a hit in New York City, man. What are you talking about? Well, they got the restaurants open 25%.
Wow.
Look.
Thanks. Make the rent 25%.
For the owners of the restaurants, it's not
enough.
It's not enough. But as a patron of a restaurant,
it's great.
They're not really counting. If you walk up to a restaurant and go, "Could I eat dinner?" They go, "Come right in."
Yeah, they don't. You know what I mean? They're taking the money.
Yeah, so I mean, it's as a guy that goes to restaurants and likes to go out for dinner with my wife at night. It's easier because they're open even for 25%. It means you'll get in and eat. I mean, I'm not going to sit out in a snowdrift and eat. I'm not an outdoor guy. To where, to have dinner. I like that, you want to go out, we'll have a snowball fight. I like it. But I'm not sitting down and having a $50 entree and a $100 bottle of wine while I'm freezing to death. That's not happening. But anyway, on set, when you get to set, you're in a pod. The people that are in your scene, in my case, it was Stevie Sharippa and the young lady that he works with, Bridget Monahan. And myself, we were in the pod, and the guy that played my lawyer, we were in a pod together. We saw no one else, and no one else from the show saw us.
Wow.
And and you just stayed in your own little group. And that was it. They brought you in, you shot your scenes, you left, and then they kept you isolated from any and everybody.
So there's no more like that commentary, like table where there's some snacks and something like. Is that common? Is that common in
no?
film?
That's
before
common
COVID.
Under normal days. Yeah, it's called craft services. They have it normally, but in this case, you have to tell somebody to get you something if you want something. If you ask for something, I have to say on that particular project. The food was fabulous. They had great food, but they bring it to you. They give you, a PA will come up and ask you what you would like for lunch or dinner, and give you 5 or 6 choices, and then you pick what you want. And then the food they bring you was really excellent. I had a nice dressing room, and but you're completely away from everybody.
That's a
you're
big
with
difference.
Nobody else.
It's a big difference than before everything, right? So.
It's a huge difference. I mean, before everybody had craft services, you sat in a big hall together, you sat with each other and talked, and it's a fun atmosphere. I mean, it's like being in the circus.
You definitely miss how it was before then.
Oh, without fail. No, of course.
It's a lot maybe.
Well, look, to be honest with you, I had Stevie Sharippa. Me and Stevie are a very good friend. I love Steven, and his work on that show was absolutely unbelievable. I mean, he's He's just terrific on that, man. Him and Monahan, they have such chemistry together. It's fabulous. Anytime they're on screen, they're just wonderful. And I'm so proud to have worked with them and been a part of that, because she's lovely. She's a beautiful woman, that girl, and very talented, very sweet. It was so nice to me. I can't even tell you, But it was a very, very nice experience. But again, it's a huge lockdown. A huge lockdown. There's no fooling
Big difference.
around.
Big difference.
Huge difference. And I'm looking forward to shooting Billions in the next couple of weeks, and probably with the same protocols will be in place.